Here we are again, folks. Another damaged Destined Rivals box. So you know what that means. We gotta rip this one too. But you know what? It is my destiny to open this box. So we're gonna do it. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get our Team Rocket friends up here, front and center. There they are. Everybody we know who's important in Team Rocket. Last box was pretty good. I'm curious to see how this one goes. Definitely been a pretty interesting set. Love a lot of the artworks we got going on here. Okay, we got Satotl, Pichu, love that artwork. Yanma there on the mountain path. Lapras, Team Rocket's Hypno, Sacred Ash, not to be confused with Ash Ketchum, Huntail, Pineco, Squawkabilly the Rockabilly, Cynthia's Roserade, and that's it. Let's keep going. We're gonna move through this box a little bit more quickly than the last one because now we've gotten a chance to look at a lot of the artworks. But we're still gonna enjoy it. Hippopotas, Team Rocket's Ekans, Combuskin, Cynthia's Feebas, Metacham, Team Rocket's Watchtower, Old Shaman, Ethan's Macargo, Claydol, Zera Aura, Energies. I think this is definitely my favorite set of the year so far. I'll be curious to see how Black Bolt and White Flare compare. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat 150 illustration rares, right? But I mean, the artwork here is phenomenal. I do wonder too, like, how is 150 new illustration rares going to impact the market? I mean, that is a lot of new cards to add in one set. Like, I wonder if it's going to, like, devalue, like, the cost of some of the existing illustration rares, or is it just going to be kind of its own thing and like a lot of those cards will end up being cheap, but they're not going to really have anything to do with a lot of the illustration rares that are on the market? Because like you would think adding that many more to the market would like make people go like, okay, well, I can't buy all these, I can only buy certain ones. They got Regirock EX, classic Ruby and Sapphire Pokemon. You know, because like now people have, so if someone's looking to get an illustration rare, they have 150 more options to choose from. So like, how's that going to play out? I just don't know. Either way though, this year has had some great sets. Also really looking forward to the return of the Mega Pokemon. That's going to be interesting. Because I really didn't like, oh, there's the Kangaskhan. I wanted this card. You know what it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Look at that, hanging out there, talking to Quagsire, exchanging information about what's going on the highways. Excellent card. But yeah, like what I was saying though is like, I don't really like a lot of like the Mega Evolution cards from the X and Y era. I think they're kind of trashy looking. So I'm really curious to see if they do some sick like illustration rares and special illustration rares at the Megas this time around. Because if they do, I mean, can you imagine like the Black Charizard Mega, like with a sick illustration rare? God, that card will be so expensive if it comes to existence. And I'm gonna want it. Another Regirock. Is that like the theme? I hope this isn't like the rarest card I get out of the box. Whatever, we're just gonna keep going here. We've gotten one illustration rare so far, so there should be two more in this box somewhere. Dwebble, Cyndaquil, Maschiff, Chingling, Maloctic, The Factory, Lurantis, Team Rocket Spidops, Clamperl, Annihilape. Great new Pokemon. I'm wondering like what new evolutions of Pokemon, of existing Pokemon, we might get in the next generation of Pokemon. I think that'd be what, generation 10? Because I think that's one of the coolest things when you get like a new generation of Pokemon is like, well, which existing Pokemon are going to get like a new like alternate evolution or just a new evolution in general? Except for Dun Dun Sparse, that one. What a troll Pokemon. I know they did it probably just to be... Okay, we got the Yanma here. God, we're getting the illustration rares right off the back. That's a beautiful card too. Man. We're moving on this box, but it makes me a little worried because it's like, are we going to be front loaded here and just get all the illustration rares at the beginning and the rest of the box will be nothing? I suppose we'll just have to see. It'd be sick if I got a box of 4 illustration rares though. How much fun would that be? Just have to find out and keep going. Metatite, Wash Rotom, Shaman, Ethan's Adventure, Obama, Torchic, Ethan again, Zapdos. Got a Ho-Oh pack here. God, I would love to pull that frickin' Ho-Oh card. I just, you know, the odds of doing it are pretty low, but man, what an awesome opening that would be. Beautiful. You can tell I'm really an expert in doing this. Magikarp. Love that Pichu. Porygon Z. Houndoom. Energy Recycler. Hippowdon. Electrike. And Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. Let's keep going here with the Mewtwo and Giovanni. The classic pairing. I wish like the Pokemon video games would expand like exactly on what the story is with Mewtwo. Like how did it all go down? Like is it just like it happened like in the Pokemon movie? Is it a little bit different? How did Mewtwo actually get out? Because you know there's that one Pokemon card. I think I did one of my shorts. It's like Mewtwo and Mew GX, the tag team. That card actually shows like that Mew, at least in that version of the story, was the one who broke Mewtwo out of the lab. So it's like, I wonder, is that canon? Is that how it all went down? Did like Mew come to the rescue? Like, or maybe like there's all kinds of different stories. Maybe there's not just one story of how it all went down, and maybe like different games are supposed to have like different stories. But it'd be cool to like have that entire story like fleshed out, you know, like what, and what's the deal with like Mewtwo? Because like it's clearly not like a perfect clone of Mew because it doesn't look like it. So like, is it like part human? Like the movies suggest, because it certainly looks like it. I don't know. Maybe the mystery of that is what makes it fun. But it'd be interesting though, like if they ever did like another remake of like Pokemon Red and Blue, which hopefully won't be for a while because we did have Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. But if they did do one in the future, it'd be cool to see that story expanded upon, or even if they did like a Legends game like in Kanto. I'd be curious to see. We got Team Rocket Splitbug, Eradicate. And we got Yanmega. We've seen him before in my other box. Don't really like the Yanmega special illustration rare. I feel like Yanmega is a cool Pokemon, but man, like, they did not do that Pokemon justice with that card. There's just not much going on. Team Rocket's Larvitar, Blipbug, Metacham, Watchtower, Shaman, Yanma, Skarmory, Cynthia's Roserade. Let's keep on moving. Let's see what we got in here. Kanga, Drowsy, Ethan, Cyndaquil, Zubat, Porygon Z, Ogerpon, Sleeping Ponyta. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Did we really just pull this? You know, it was meant to be. Like, I was just meant to open these boxes, I guess. I don't even know what to say. I'm having like that same type of feeling I had when I pulled the Surging Sparks Pikachu like last November. I'm in shock. And you know, like I know I said I wasn't exactly like trying to pull this card, but now that I'm looking at it in person and I've had this moment here, I'm glad I got it. This is awesome. That's such good luck. I'm so excited. And that means we probably got like another illustration rare in here too. God, if I could get the Typhlosion, how crazy would that be? Man, I can't believe I just pulled that. Unbelievable. So I guess like sometimes you do get lucky, folks. You do get lucky. Mimikyu. And I was like so bummed out about getting these damaged boxes, but you know what? Like, I don't even care anymore. Okay, we got the olive guy. Such a strange Pokemon. Such a strange Pokemon. But it's just kind of a reminder. It's like, yeah, you know, these boxes, they go up in value over time, blah, 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 hashtag investment. Yeah, they are a good investment, but it is fun to look at these cards and open and just have that moment, like pulling that Garchomp. Like, you know, those are kind of precious moments, you know, to like have that and just pull that card and be there and know that you're the one who pulls that out of a pack. Like, it's a cool experience. And like, I know it's gambling and everything. It definitely is, but y'all, I mean, like, it is fun to have those moments. I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad these boxes were damaged. I'm having fun. I hope you're having some fun watching. And I hope that you're able to find some Destined rivals for a relatively decent price, because it does kind of suck out there right now. Got old Giovanni, Spiritomb, Growlithe, Mareep, Articuno. Some energies that nobody cares about. Keep on moving. Keep on keeping on. I have to figure out what I want to have for dinner after this. Yanma, Gibble, Pineco, Clamperl, Cynthia's Maloctic. I tell you what, I love that that Maloctic I got. Oh shit, we got another Cynthia's Garchomp. This is going to be the Garchomp box, I guess. My last box was the Mewtwo box. This one's the Garchomp box. Like, I love the shiny Maloctic I got at Collecticon. I did my Poke Story and video about. I think that might be like the most beautiful Maloctic card I've ever seen. And still, like, for being like a secret rare, like in that set, like, still pretty affordable. I mean, I got mine for like $100, and $100 well spent. You just don't see a lot of artwork like that. Team Rocket's Energy, that's cool. I've got some other really good Poke Story and videos coming out too, so be ready for that. Electivire is an underrated Pokemon. I will say that. I'd love to do a run of like maybe Pokemon Platinum or something and get this guy on my team, but I don't even know if you can get Electivire until after you clear the main game, so maybe that's not even doable. I could do a run of like Legends Arceus though and get that Pokemon on my team. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Y'all, if you haven't played Legends Arceus, like, that is like the best Pokemon game we've had in a long, long time. And I'm really hoping that Legends ZA like lives up to that. Anyways, this box has been pretty freaking good, huh? Another EX. Dodo Brain. Remember fighting him in the game. That little Tatsugiri. It's an interesting moment. Actually, I feel like I struggled a little bit on that fight looking back. But I made it through. Shroomish, Skarmory, Toadschool, Hippowdon, Ogerpon, Giovanni, Hadrapple. God, I wish we had a Misty's Gyarados illustration rare. Wouldn't that have been cool? I don't know why they didn't do that. That was a missed opportunity. Let's see what we got in here. Should be one more illustration rare hiding somewhere. Arvin Squovit, Relor, Grimer, Houndour, Proton. Remember him from the game. Slowpoke tail guy who's chopping off all the Slowpoke's tails, trying to sell them. If you've never played through Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver before, in my opinion, those are probably the best mainline Pokemon games we've ever gotten. Like, such a perfect experience. Just taking Pokemon Gold and Silver, which were already my favorite Pokemon games, and just taking them to the next level, expanding Kanto, changing up how some of the Pokemon, like where you can find them and everything, so you can build like more like Gen 2 centered teams. More legendaries to catch. You could actually catch like Mewtwo and the legendary birds. That was cool. And of course, they expanded the story around Ho-Oh and Lugia too, which was very neat. Those are two of my favorite legendaries of all time. Because I'm a 90s and early 2000s kid. So Gen 1 and Gen 2 are my favorites. Gen 3 I liked a lot too. But like for some reason, like the Pokemon just didn't seem to like hit in the same way. Like although I got like a lot of time out of those games. Oh cool, Steven Metagross. That was one of my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon, by the way, Metagross. I remember having that on my team. There was just something about like Gen 3 that just had like a very, very different vibe to it than like Gen 1, Gen 2. And like they kind of like changed like how they did the artwork a little bit. It didn't look quite as like watercolor-esque. They were still really good games, Emerald especially. And then, you know, it's funny, like actually going back to like Gen 4 again, it's like Platinum and, not Platinum, but Diamond and Pearl when they came out, they were okay, right? Like they were decent Pokemon games. I had fun with them, but like I didn't really think too much of them. But then we got like Platinum and like that was a great experience. Oh, look at that, Ethan's Ho-Oh. You know, I think definitely with 2 booster boxes, you can get pretty much most of the main cards that you want to see, even if it's not like the special illustration rare versions. All right, let's see here. But now, like when I look back at like Gen 4, like again, like Platinum, like Gen 4 was really good. And I actually enjoy like a lot of the Gen 4 Pokemon too, like a lot more even than Gen 3. Like Gen 4 had like all those legendaries. You had like the God Pokemon in it, like Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina. Like Gen 4 was like a good era. And I liked like the music in those games too. Like the music was very like, I don't know, it's kind of like mystical. And I don't know, it's just like a sense of like wonder in the air, like with the soundtrack they had for those games. Let's see what we got here. I wonder if we'll ever get to see Team Rocket as like the main villains in a new Pokemon game. How cool would that be if they came back for Generation 10? Just like one last time. And Giovanni really does come back. If y'all didn't know, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Giovanni was actually planning on coming back. But he was like in a cave, like hiding out, and then like he was listening to the radio. But then your trainer actually, there's like a special mission you can do with like Celebi, and like you actually like go over to like where he is, like through the power of time travel or something like that. I've never actually done it, but I've heard about it. And you battle him, and you're actually the one that stops Giovanni from coming back. I wish like a lot of those like special like missions, I guess you would call them, like from those early games, like even Gen 4, Gen 3, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I wish like they'd made those events more accessible, because the only way you get to really experience them back then was through like using like the Game Shark or like an action replay. Now all that would probably just be DLC. You know what? I think they really should do like a remake of Pokemon Gold and Silver. I think it's time. Team Rocket's Crobat, pretty cool. Very nice. Getting down to the bottom of the barrel here, folks. We got 6 packs left. Should be one more illustration rare. But the thing is, one thing I've learned, and most of you know too, is like there are no guarantees in life. Well, I think there is something good in here though. Or it could just be a regular holo, we'll see. Pinsir, Mudbray, Satotl, Articuno. It's just a regular Articuno. That's, whoa. Holy cow, that was a bit much. Let's keep going though, huh? Almost done here with this box. After this, we have 4 packs left. Looking for one more illustration rare. I feel like a Golf Channel narrator. Oh, Archer. If they did make remakes of Gold and Silver, that'd be cool if like they fleshed out like the Team Rocket admins more, gave them more personality, gave them more backstory, more missions. I think that would be great. Because even though they were introduced in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they didn't really have a whole lot to do. So like a lot of people don't even remember that they were in the game, like this Ariana chick. But I remember them because I actually played Heart Gold and Soul Silver pretty recently, because like I said, I love playing those games. But yeah, I'd love to see them fleshed out more. Or even if they brought them back in like Gen 10 or something, which I'm sure isn't going to happen, but this should have been an illustration rare or a special illustration rare. All right, we're down to 3 packs. Will we get one more illustration rare? Will we get it? That is the question. Baltoy, Sudowoodo, Squovit, Nidoran, Floatzel, Houndoom, Energy Recycler, Diplant. And there it is, our last illustration rare likely, Team Rocket's Raticate. What a silly artwork, what a goony looking Team Rocket grunt. Rats everywhere. Reminds me of the old office I used to work at. It's rat infested, they had me down in the dungeon. It was a good job though, I have good memories there. But there definitely were a lot of rats. All right, we got 2 packs left and there's likely nothing good in either of these, but we're gonna keep going because there's no point in stopping now, right? You never know, maybe we'll get something good. Crazy things can happen. Sometimes you can get 4 illustration rares. Although I would think with getting that special illustration rare Garchomp, like we'd be done. And we probably are. Let's keep going. That's it. We got 1 more pack to go. Last pack of Destined Rivals. We won't be opening any more on this channel likely, so I hope you enjoyed this. And listening to me rant about random Pokemon things that came to mind as I was opening this up. Always appreciate y'all watching this channel. We do a lot of different things here. We're not very high tech, but I would say I do have some passion for this hobby and for the Pokemon cards, and hopefully some of that comes off when you're watching these videos, because I do enjoy this stuff. Eradicate. All right, at least we got a hit. We got the Titan last pack. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at all the cards we got. I think we actually got quite a few hits this time around. Let's see, we got the Titan 1, Eradicate 2, Crobat 3, Ethan's Ho-Oh 4, Metagross 5, Yanmega 6, Regirock EX 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 of these packs were hits. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe.